Cattle markets have been on a roller coaster so far this year, but what can we expect for the rest of 2016? Joining us now to talk about the fall outlook is Dwayne Lenz with CattleFax. Dwayne, let's talk cattle feeders for just a minute. What's this market looking like? What can we expect over the next couple of months?
Okay, Kevin. We think we put on their summer lows, 115. We think that was cheap enough, probably too cheap. We think as September progresses, we can get a little bit better. We see the market working into the mid-120s here as we close out the year. The highs coming probably in November sometime. So fundamentally, the market be a little bit over that, but with some of the other challenges, that mid-120s may be the spot.
And what's that going to mean for cow-calf producers that may be thinking about selling calves this fall?
You know, probably not all bad. If that prediction comes true, 125 would probably support calf prices a little bit. With fed cattle prices, they may have already found their yearly lows this summer. We're seeing some stability in calf prices already over the last week or two. This fed market continues to work higher. It's not that the calf market's going to go straight up, but it could be supported and maybe move a little bit firmer as we get into the big runs in October.
And so what advice would you give folks as they think about trying to wrap up 2016 from a marketing perspective?
Yeah, it's tough because a lot of calves are sold and we'll sell the others kind of on schedule. So there's not a lot you can do at this point. Probably more keeping the calves healthy, getting the weight on the cattle you can. You know, calling the buyers if you work with buyers to see if do you want the cattle backgrounded, do you want some shots? If so, will it pay for yourself? Just some of those little extras we can add to add a little value as we go into the end of the year may be the way to look.
Let's talk grain markets. It certainly looks like they're supportive to the cattle market right now. Big crop coming on, is that right?
Record crop. If it comes out the way that USDA is saying it will, and there's no reason to not believe that, we'll have a bumper crop. We believe that new crop corn, you're looking at 3 1/4 plus or minus, which is tough for farmers. Yeah. You know, that's the group you feel for. It'll probably support feeder cattle and calf prices somewhat. Cheaper cost of gains than we've seen in a long time. Our challenge moving forward is not to overfeed the cattle and put too much weight on the carcasses as we did a year ago and then get ourselves in the trick.
Yeah, it's a great suggestion or recommendation, I should say. And as you think about 2017, is it too early to get a sense of what 2017 may hold for cattle producers in all segments?
Well, we're a little bit cautious with it. You know, the thing that we do know is that supplies are going to be bigger. Of course, we took a big hit already on all these cattle prices, so the big down may be in place going to next year. But I think if demand is equal, imports, exports are equal, with a bigger supplies, you have to say that things can just soften a little bit more next year. You know, fed cattle could sure average $3 or $4 less than they did this year. You know, calf prices, feeder cattle prices, could they average $5, $100 less? Probably could.
Yeah, very good. Well, Dwayne, we really appreciate your perspective. Thank you so much for coming to the show.
Thank you.
Want to keep up on all the latest news in the cattle industry? Just visit NCBA's website at beefusa.org. And for more expert analysis on the cattle markets, be sure to visit CattleFax.com.